Hello and welcome to Grow to Glow Tarot. Today we're going to look at where you can find some joy, or how to find some joy. How to find joy, where to find joy. Interesting. Personal victory, the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Fool. Learning how to be discerning and find your own victory is going to help you get the emotional satisfaction you want in the ending, but you're going to need to persevere, and you're going to need to lighten your load somehow. You're going to need to drop your baggage from the past. Clarify the King of Pentacles, please. Wow. Interesting. The High Priest or the Hierophant is in the reverse there. Over here, he's sideways. Clarify the King of Swords. Is this for King of Swords or Four of Swords? You're jumping ahead. Wow. Okay, how about this Five of Swords here? Okay. At the bottom of this deck, Temperance, King of Cups, which thought I saw. No, I didn't. King of Cups, King of Pentacles, which we have there. Seven of Cups, Two of Wands, and then the Ten of Cups. So getting some balance between two different parts of your life, getting control over your emotions, your health, or things here in the physical world, getting the daydreaming out of control, making choices, and moving towards that emotional stability, towards that emotional fulfillment. So we've got this King of Pentacles, and this is all about stability. It's all about taking charge of your health, your physical world. It's all about taking charge of your career, your finances, your physical possessions, and really guiding that to be where you want it to be. Page of Swords, learning about the way that you're thinking in regards to this. You know, you want to find this joy and this happiness, but where's your joy in the physical world? Where's your stability long term? And you really need to think about it. You need to understand it. If there are messages coming in like intuitively, or if you need to get a different perspective on what's going to make you feel stable and secure in the long term in terms of your joy versus in the short term, that's where you're needing to really look at things, to brainstorm, to get some more ideas, some more information, to get away from the crowd, to get away from your inner critic with the Seven of Wands, to get away from being stuck in tradition. You could be rebelling against certain things traditionally, rebelling against them in order to like go on your own path. Be mindful of people who give you bad advice, people who, you know, don't have your best interests at heart, because maybe they're stuck in a particular way of thinking, or they're kind of judgmental, or they give in to their inner critic, they give in to peer pressure. Really be mindful of that and understand how that's affecting your joy, how that's affecting you in terms of your stability in your mental health in the long term, as well as your career, finances, and physical possessions. How is that affecting your ability to guide your life? People who are emotionally controlling, people who are impulsive and they act without thinking, you really want to be the observer here. You want to flip this card around and you want to observe the way that you're thinking and the way that you're thinking about your joy, the way that you're thinking about your happiness in life and what brings you happiness. You want to think about how other people, how society, how things around you are influencing your joy. Okay? But he's in the reverse, so you're kind of not thinking about that. You're kind of acting from an emotional point of view rather than from your mind over matter, from your mind over your emotions. In that point of view, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and this is about not having a good work-life balance, not having the life that you want, the joy that you want, because you don't have that balance. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune is sideways, so things can change. They're not bad yet. They're not great. You can make them great. Things change, your luck changes. What you consider to bring you joy now could be different from what you considered to bring you joy in the past. And you need to really set those boundaries. You've also got Queen of Swords. So the wheel talks about setting a boundary between yourself and the things that you want to keep in your life going forwards and the things that you want to leave in the past. And we have the two, or no, this is 8 of Swords. So we have where your thoughts, your eyes are closed, your thoughts are keeping you a prisoner. You don't know which way to go, you don't know what to do, because your thoughts, the fears, the anxieties, they're keeping you kind of stuck. And they're keeping you joyless. They're keeping you from feeling great about yourself. And, you need to open your eyes, your 2 physical eyes and your spiritual 3rd eye, and realize, okay, a lot of the issue is the way that I'm thinking and the way that I'm thinking about stuff. You need to get that different perspective in your thinking. King of Wands in the reverse, where you're not moving forwards in your life. You're not using your creative passion, your joy, that fire in life to move forwards. There's even somebody maybe stunting your growth spiritually, your growth as a person. They're stunting your joy by preying on these fears and anxieties, and a lot of it has to do with the past. So this is the card 6 of Cups. It talks about the past. Could be childhood or could just be the past in general. But it is also the card, when it's in the upright, it's the card of joy and being able to be present in the here and now. Being able to be present in the zone, in the flow of life. I think it was 12-12 when I said in the zone. So being able to be in the here and now, in the present, and just experiencing life without all of those thoughts, all of those cares, all of those worries, the anxieties, the fears, being able to lose yourself in a good book, a good movie, an activity that you enjoy, just like a child can. They lose themselves in an activity and time slows down for them, right? So you want to have that experience again. You want to have that joy again. And a lot of it is having to do with the way that you're looking at things and the way that you're thinking about things. And you can change your perspective in terms of the way that you're thinking about things. So you can change your perspective. If you lost something, if you're fighting over something, or you're jealous of something, or somebody around you is jealous, really take a look at why that is the case. If communication has broken down, why has it broken down? What is going on underneath the surface here? Are you jealous of somebody because, do you want to be more like that person? Do you want to develop those characteristics that person has? Or are you jealous because you think maybe they have an easier life than you do, but you don't know that? They might not. It might appear that they do, but behind closed doors, somebody could be abusing them, or there could be something else going on, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, whatever. Behind closed doors, they could have just as much fear and anxiety as you do, but maybe they don't show it as much as you do. They're better at hiding it. So when you get this 5 of Swords and you're looking at these things like envy and jealousy and how that's blocking your joy. The Swords, all about thinking, right? All about action, sometimes fast action. They're about cutting thoughts, literally cutting. and how your thoughts can hurt you, how they can harm you, and certainly envy and jealousy can harm you, whether it's other people's envy and jealousy or your own. So there's and communication breakdowns can hurt. So there's a lot of this self-reflection that needs to happen. Why did certain things happen? Why can't you manifest? Why are you stuck and not able to get the joy that you want? Not able to bring that joy into your life, not able to simply enjoy the moment. You're not letting go of your baggage. You're holding on to it. You're not doing that shadow work that needs done. And it's introspection. You're not looking at where there's losses in your life, where there's chaos in your life, and how you can come up with a plan, how you can come up with a solution, right? Whatever trouble you're in, some other human being is currently in it. Some other human being in the past has been in that trouble. Whatever emotion you're feeling, same thing. Whatever thought you have, same thing. Nothing new under the sun. So the trick is to shift your perspective, shift your thinking, shift what is going on in your life, and to get more of a balance, to be more discerning. This card was sideways. So there's imbalance somewhere. There's pity happening. There's, possibly somebody doing good acts, to appear like they're a great person, and maybe they get lots of attention for it, and you could be jealous of that. Maybe they donate tons of money to charity and everybody's like, oh, they're so great, why can't you be more like your brother? He donates all this money, etc. But your brother had a girlfriend who paid his way through college. She worked while he went to school and goofed off, and you worked while you were going through college. You're still working as you're going through college, and you're paying off your own debts. That can sometimes happen. I'm not sure why I brought that up as an example, but you need to be a little more discerning in the way that you're thinking about things, and the way that you're thinking about your happiness and your joy, your mental health here in the physical world. You need to have this balance, and you don't have this balance. These feelings and thoughts are just a little chaotic, and that's kind of getting in the way. It really is about doing that shadow work, and that leads into the Four of Swords, which talks about, sometimes this Four of Swords, it's in a church, and he's the person in the Four of Swords is basically the lid on the sarcophagus, and he's obviously dead. And so it talks about, things that you might regret on your deathbed, things that you might regret not having done, and needing to think very strongly about that, needing to think very strongly about things that you're doing now, and will you regret them in the future, So this is a card about thinking, about meditation, about understanding how your thoughts can be hurting you sometimes. And here you see there's a little devil down there in between the two rock formations, kind of like railing at the sun. The sun is representative of getting clarity, of getting this understanding. When you're taking the time out, you're meditating, you're sitting, you're resting, you're in repose, you're relaxing, and you're getting these clear moments to think to yourself, to not be influenced by outside expectations or outside influences on your thinking. And you're getting these moments and you're understanding that, okay, you're getting clarity on how to deal with this devil. The devil is, the stuff we don't like in our life, the stuff we've repressed about our life, ourself. It's addictions, it's habits that we don't like. It's all sorts of stuff that we've just sort of pushed aside and shoved down to our toes and shoved in the closet, and all that stuff is crammed in there, and you're just like pushing, or you're like sitting on the suitcase trying to get it to lock, and then you just throw it somewhere and you don't deal with it. That's sort of what the devil energy is. It's all that shadow work we need to do, mentally and spiritually speaking. Now we've got the Queen of Wands, the Hermit, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. And the Hermit is a lot like the Four of Swords. It talks about going within. See that guiding light from the soul, using your intuition, going within, using your intuition to help guide you on a new path, a path that's right for you, a path that's true for you. Queen of Wands, where are you disconnected from your passion? Where are you disconnected from your joy, from your sun, from your creativity, from your growth? Where are you disconnected? Where are you not feeling the sun on your shoulders? And why is that happening? You're needing to nurture yourself again. You're needing to nurture your spirituality, your growth as a person. When I say spirituality, I'm not talking about any particular religion or any particular... I'm talking about the growth of your soul, the growth of you as a person. You're needing to nurture that. You're needing to heal, and there's some studying, or some message that you get, maybe intuitively, maybe a sign pops up that gives you an answer once you're sitting and you're thinking about things, that helps you heal, because you're not healed right now. You're not learning a particular lesson that you need to learn, and that's kept you disconnected from yourself. You need to look at your strengths and come up with a plan to move forward. So you need to look at your strengths in regards to the things that you enjoy. What are you good at that you enjoy? Those are the things you can focus on first. And then once you start building up your joy, you start building up your ability to be present in the here and now. And how do I say it? You start building up your ability to be present in the here and now and enjoying life every day in little small moments. Then you can start expanding your joy by exploring things that you've always wanted to do, but you've never done, or you've been afraid to, or you felt like you were blocked, by your own fear and anxiety, your own thoughts, or by the judgment of other people or of society. So it's good to come up with this plan to really go within and get that reconnection to yourself. Understand that this will take time. So we've got the last two cards, the Queen of Swords and the High Priest in this deck. They came out sort of like, almost like they were headbutting. They were sideways. So the Queen of Swords, in the reverse, it talks about somebody who's overly emotional or they're overly ambitious. It can talk about somebody who's mentally abusive, right? Mainly it's talking about not being able to control your emotions and your thinking, not being able to nurture yourself mentally in a healthy way. So giving into that inner critic, giving into the criticism of others. When she's in the upright, she sets those healthy boundaries. She has that knowledge. She sat under the Bodhi tree. Now she's on her throne. She's got her sword and she's getting ready to use it. She's getting ready to set boundaries and cut people off who are not healthy for her. So she came out sideways and the Two of Cups came out in the same direction. Two of Cups, this can talk about not having a good balance with your dreams and reality, being out of harmony with the world, being out of harmony with yourself, with somebody around you, romantically, friendship-wise, etc. When it's in the upright, it can talk about a meeting of the minds, understanding. It can talk about union, harmony within a group, harmony within yourself. When we're talking about finding your joy that is sideways, you may need to cut certain things out, even certain people. You may need to set boundaries. Little gray old-haired ladies, you may need to set boundaries in order to find this unity within yourself, this harmony within yourself. You'll need to make sure that your dreams and reality aren't so far apart, that they're closer together. Okay? And the Page of Pentacles, interestingly, came out sideways but facing the other way. So this is talking about studying your health, studying things here in the physical world. When it's in the reverse, there could be a lesson you haven't fully learned yet, right? When it's in the upright, you have that ability to study, to understand, to move forwards and start this journey towards what it is you want, towards what brings you joy. But, it's facing the opposite. It's facing the opposite direction of the Queen of Swords and the Two of Cups. So this could be, definitely you're not learning your lesson about how to achieve that balance and how to set those boundaries. And the Ace of Cups in the reverse, potential, creative potential, romantic potential, emotionally satisfying, something that's emotionally satisfying and bringing you joy. But in the reverse, there's a delay, or there's, a lack of, there's a sadness, there's a lack of joy, there's a creative block, there's a lack of love. And it could definitely be a lack of self-love. Then we've got the High Priest sideways. So he talks about needing to get guidance from somebody who has more experience than you do, or somebody who is more knowledgeable in a certain field than you are. He talks about traditions, talks about rituals, talks about understanding why those traditions and rituals are so important, rebelling against them, or, tweaking them to be more useful to you. These rituals, these habits, these traditions. So we've got Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning here in the physical world. In terms of your joy, there's this potential for this new beginning, for this health, for this new joy. Page of Wands, really learning, understanding, and studying how it is you want to transform, how you want to get joy and bring it back into your life, how you want to get into that zone atmosphere where time stands still, okay, where you're so caught up in something that you enjoy, something that you love, that you forget about everything else. Really understanding yourself and how you can start taking these steps in this journey. The Page of Wands is a free spirit. So we've got the Lovers in reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Three of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, don't be hasty. You need to get different perspectives, get different angles on the situation, okay? So these things that could be holding you back, these sort of traditions that you feel you need to cling to, or these rituals in your life, they could be holding you back. So you want to look at them differently. You want to look at them from a different angle. And this talks about an ending, an ending that needs to happen in order for you to move on, and you're gaining wisdom from this ending. You see here, this is barely holding on during the storm. And there's like trees crashing on either side, and they make that X pattern behind the blue tree. They make the X pattern of the Two of Swords, right? Of the crossroads. So there's this crossroads, and then in the crossroads, it's sort of like your passions, your emotions, the water, the storm, it's taking over your thinking, and you can't decide which path to go on. So you're stuck and you're stagnant. And then the Three of Swords comes along, and there's this ending to a relationship of some kind, or there's, needing to sell something, an ending with a material thing like your car or your house, or an ending like a friendship or a work relationship or something. So there's this ending, and it comes along where you are barely holding on, barely able to use your thinking to overcome these emotions. Now you're able to move forwards. You're able to move on and not sit in these emotions, and not sit in this mental space where you're barely holding on. So that's what you need to start actioning. And the Lovers in reverse, you weren't making this choice to put yourself first. You were putting other people first. You were putting other people's morals and values first, instead of putting your own morals and values first. Instead of putting what it was you wanted to do, what you wanted to accomplish first. I'm not saying be selfish, but sometimes we do need to be selfish, and it's healthy. You can't always be giving and giving and giving and giving. You need to have me time where you're not at work, where you're not with your friends, where you're not with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, not with your kids, or even your pets, where you're just by yourself. You're able to do what you like. And notice the sun is in the Lover's card. Notice how relaxed these cats are. Notice how chilled out they are. They don't have fear, anxiety. They don't care what anybody thinks about them. You need to be able to have that time for yourself. Okay? And you need to loosen up on the past. Well, that was 3 cards. Okay, summer. Quite pretty. Oh, I guess I should look in here for the page number. Summer 122. Okay. Every day has potential for joy. Today I choose to be happy. Every day has potential for joy. Today I choose to be happy. Summer is truly the happiest time of year. It is the time when all living creatures can pause and enjoy life to the utmost. Babies grow and play while their parents relax before the busy preparations for winter begin. Food is plentiful, evenings are languid and friendly. Summer is a time of rest and rejuvenation, a time for warmth and healing. Sometimes as adults, we need to be reminded to slow down once in a while. Allow ourselves time to enjoy life. Often we feel guilty when we take rest and don't enjoy it as much as we should. There's always so much to be done. While our lives may be comfortable and secure, how many of us experience true joy, especially day to day? If we have forgotten how to play, we need to reignite the spark of childhood whimsy, that magical way of looking at the world that sees the potential of fun in everything. So that's the queen of gosh, I just had a brain fart. Where is she? That's the Queen of Wands and the Six of Cups. So if we have forgotten how to play, we need to reignite the spark of childhood whimsy, that magical way of looking at the world that sees the potential of fun in everything. Give yourself permission to have fun. A lot of people get anxious when they're taking time to do something they enjoy. We work to live, we don't live to work. Taking a moment for yourself out of a busy day isn't being lazy. It's essential to your long-term well-being. Allow yourself to have fun once in a while. Cultivate gratitude. Many of us are unhappy because we're working to achieve a standard of material possessions that is unrealistic. We forget to be grateful for all the blessings we already have. There is no hole to fill in your life if you're grateful for what you have. Learn to say no. And I'm going to say that goes with the Hierophant. Okay, that goes with the Hierophant and the Six of Cups too. Because children, they can be happy playing with, a piece of string in a tin can or a little plastic ball. sometimes they do get greedy and they want, like around Christmas, because they're influenced by other kids, they're influenced by TV, right? Influenced by stores, advertising when you walk through, the grocery store or wherever, there's advertising, there's stuff put out to provide consumerist culture. And I would say this also goes with the Hierophant, the high priest here, because there is that tradition. But children, much like cats, a lot of time, you buy them the fancy toy and they play with the box or the gift wrap. And they play with the toy for like 5 minutes and then they don't care, but they play with that box for months, it's that sort of thing. So when you're looking at this, be grateful for the blessings we already have. There is no hole to fill in your life if you're grateful for what you have, and you don't need fancy things. Learn to say no, and don't let yourself drown in unnecessary obligations. This is the Queen of Swords, okay? Learn to say no, to set those boundaries. Queen of Swords and Wheel of Fortune. Set your boundaries. Your downtime is as important as everyone else's. Don't take on other people's burdens. Designate chores if you need to, instead of picking up the slack for others. Don't make yourself available to others all the time. It's good to turn your phone off once in a while. The world will get by without you for a time. Let go of inhibitions. Don't spend a moment worrying about what other people might think. This is 7 of Wands, right? And 8 of Swords. This is the King of Swords in reverse. 5 of Swords, right? Don't worry about what other people might think, as this gives them power over your happiness. Want to go dancing but are scared of looking foolish? Then dance like no one is looking. Often we fear being judged so much that it prevents us from doing things we enjoy. If someone judges you for superficial reasons, that is all about where they are on their path and has nothing to do with you. 7 of Wands. And our fear, anxiety, 8 of Swords, keeping us trapped. But I'll repeat that again. If someone judges you for superficial reasons, that is about where they are on their path and has nothing to do with you. So this is Affirmations of the Fairy Cats. And that is the summer card. Definitely appropriate to joy. So I hope this helps you find your joy again, or find some joy in life again. Remember to set those boundaries, okay? Take care. Have a great day.